What up, everyone? I wanted to make a video showing you my latest creation. This is, if you haven't already guessed, a Tavor X95. It is the latest enhancement of the Tavor SAR, and this thing is fucking decked out. Pretty much all IMF right here. So, first and foremost, if you don't know anything about the gun, obviously a bullpup design. This is, in terms of the Tavor, it is one of the most renowned, one of the most respected, and one of the most popular bullpups probably ever made. I would say that in terms of popularity and just kind of what people know about bullpups, people really picture two different bullpups when they picture bullpups. They picture the Steyr AUG and they picture the Tavor. Now, obviously, this being the latest generation, the X95, there's a few differences from the old one, but some of these differences are actually very welcome. Like, for example, the charging handle has moved back into the middle body of the gun instead of being up here, which gives you now rail space, which you didn't have before. So you can put stuff like this InForce flashlight right here. So we'll talk about some of the additions that I made on here, but I've been waiting for this fucking gun for well over 2 months now. It's not exactly easy to get this kind of stuff. And it's not easy to accessorize it with parts that you know you want to be authentic and to be strictly IMF, nothing crazy or foreign really, except for this flashlight. But anyways, let's start with some of the upgrades. So first and foremost, this is a Manticore arms butt pad. So it's got that nice curve right here, and it actually shortens the length where it matters, right, where it's pressed up against your chest. However, because of the extended top portion right here that curves over your shoulder, it still retains its overall length requirement for NFA. And then I've got the IWI. This is the pistol grip that comes straight from IWI. I got the ribbed little pieces right here instead of the checkered ones that they normally had on them. So this is exactly what they would use in the IMF. So the Israeli military, this is exactly the layout that they've got for the pistol grip. It did away with the big hand guard that this thing normally would have, which I definitely feel is more comfortable, especially somebody coming from an AR platform, which is used to being able to just quickly wrap their hand around the grip. It kind of throws you off when you've got that big hand guard over here that the Tavors come with stock. So again, one of the upgrades that you didn't have on the old Tavor is you could not replace the pistol grip or the grip itself. It just had that full hand guarded grip, and you were stuck with that. So it's best of luck if you don't like it, and if you did like it, then great. So another difference is that the magazine release has been moved to here versus right here. I don't know, people kind of say that it's user's preference, and you know, some people like the old design, some people like the new one. I never owned the old one, so I can't really speak to experience which one feels better. I just kind of know that based on all the other guns that I've got, which are all pretty much NATO types of guns, they all have the magazine release just about right here. So it's obviously a very easy transition into this gun, knowing that most of the components that you're used to are right where they're supposed to be, or right where you're used to them being. And the only difference is that you have your action and the magazine back here, which again takes a little bit of getting used to, but not a big deal. So far, the only thing that's kind of been a pain in the ass has been locking the charging handle back, because it's honestly like, okay, so you're using basically your right hand to press the gun up against your chest. then you're using your left hand to charge the handle back. Then you got to take your right hand off of the grip, and you have to try to pull on the Jesus, my brain's not working right now, but it's the bolt lock, sorry, or the slide lock. And then it's weird. Definitely is going to take some getting used to. I'm sure that there's some sort of a trick that I can master with it, but right now it's just it's kind of a scary feeling because you're taking basically your support hand off of the gun, and you almost have no hands on the gun except for on the charging handle, which doesn't feel very secure. So with that being said, though, the weight of this thing, it's extremely well balanced. Most of the weight is in the back, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard from people that have reviewed these before, but in all honesty, it definitely can rest on your chest very, very easily for extended periods of time with no problem. So anyways, that's the IWI pistol grip. This is the Mepro MOR. So that's also the sight of choice by the Israeli military. It's an all-in-one sight. It's got a fiber optic, which you can see right there. Collects light in the daytime to give you your reticle without any battery power. However, it does have 2 slots for AA batteries. It only uses 1 at a time. It will only use it if you flick the switch, which is right there, on to any one of the powers of lighting that you'd like. And it also has a laser. So the laser is operated with a pressure switch that's right here. Comes with a Velcro strap, so you can pretty much put it wherever you want. So if you want more illumination with the reticle, you can use the battery power to give you some more lighting. At nighttime, it also has tritium built in, so if you don't have any natural source of light, you still have tritium in there and you'll still have your dot. So it's an all-around awesome sight because obviously it incorporates all the 3 different methods of collecting or using a light source for your reticle, which means that no matter what happens, if you're out of batteries, you're good. And obviously, if you do want more of a lit reticle and you want to be able to see it more, especially in the daytime, then you have that battery power as an option to use. This is, like I mentioned before, this is the InForce flashlight. This is the XL2, I want to say. It's the 800 lumens version. I forgot what it is. But very, very nice design. It just looks right on the Tavor. I've seen a lot of guys with Tavors that have these, and I can tell why. It looks right with the gun. But more importantly, it's very, very bright. It's got very simple features. It's got this little lever right here, which will allow you to go from having to hold the power button to basically one switch keeps it on. So it's a nice feature to be able to do that. The release right here for your quick detach on the rails right there. It's very cool. It's spring operated, so as soon as you loosen up this little nut, you can just press this in and it will rock the side basically back so that you can take it right off and slip it right off the rail. This is a fake suppressor, so it's really just a barrel shroud. And I forgot what company it's from. Maybe it'll tell us right there. Not really, but anyways, this thing is specifically built for the Tavor. I mean, if you search for slip-on, fake suppressor for the Tavor, this is the only one that's really going to come up that's specifically built around the Tavor. And as you can see, it fits like a glove. I used one crush washer to secure it and have it basically have it tightened to the exact location that I wanted it to stop at. And you could tell it's like flush with the handguard over here, so it's perfect. What else? That's pretty much it. Like, this is dude, this is a short fucking rifle. I mean, it feels way more like an SMG. It feels more like a Chris Vector kind of deal than an actual AR. I really, really like that because, you know, what I've been kind of looking for over the last couple of years is I've wanted an SBR, okay? And it's such a pain in the dick trying to get an SBR registration and having to, you know, look at your limited options in terms of, you know, you're either going to buy a shortened AR or you're going to spend gobbles and gobbles of money to try to get something that's more of the upper echelon, like a SCAR or an ACR or something like that, and go buy another shorter barrel for that thing and dump thousands and thousands of dollars into it. So this is awesome. This is the answer right here, because this thing, you're not giving up any velocity because you still have your full 16.5-inch barrel. You're not giving up any accuracy again because of that length of the barrel. But at the same time, this thing front to back is 27 inches, dude. I mean, like, fuck. 27 inches. And that's, if you took a 10.5-inch barrel AR in SBR format and you collapsed the stock completely, you're still talking this thing is shorter, which is incredible. You know, so you're gaining 6 inches of barrel, but the overall length is still shorter than what you'd get with a 10.5-inch AR, which is fucking awesome. Plus the look is definitely nice. The functionality, I mean, I haven't shot it yet, but if you know anything about the Tavors, or if you've researched any of them, you'll know that one of the things that people go crazy about is their reliability, their build quality, the fit and finish of all the little elements that make it as unique as it is. So I really, really am happy with the way that this thing turned out. I really wanted a black one. I know a lot of guys are like into the flat dark earth. I have a lot of guns in different color formats and stuff. Love it. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why, but just the Tavor, for some reason, I just think it looks better in black. I just think it looks more tactical. It definitely looks like something that the IMF would use in this format versus something in flat dark earth or an olive drab. So I just like the way this came out. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions on any of the parts or pieces that are in use here, by all means, let me know, and hopefully I'll give you a more detailed answer if I get a question regarding any specifics on this gun. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and here's to the next one.